will shut down this year due to ransomware and other cyber attacks. Protect your data with Carbonite Cloud Backup. Learn more at Carbonite.com.
Why is Willoughby's the perfect place to buy the world's finest luxury cameras? Just ask our customers.
Buying a camera is a very intimate experience. You want to be able to speak with knowledgeable staff. You want to be able to touch and hold and try out the equipment. And I find that when I shop at Willoughby's, that experience enhances my buying experience. I get a better understanding of the equipment. The salespeople are very knowledgeable. And most importantly, I get to actually hold and try the equipment that I'm considering purchasing. You can find a mix of GoPro cameras, Olympus, Leica, Sony, or Hasselblad. And I can try different cameras and I can shoot them side by side and get a feel for how each performs and what will work best with my photography style.
See the full line of cameras from GoPro, Olympus, Leica, Sony, and Hasselblad at Willoughby's, New York City's boutique camera store since 1898, at the corner of 5th Avenue and 31st Street.
Some people prefer brunch in a garden. Others like a sleek cafe setting. But indoors or out, Sunday brunch should always include fascinating guests. And we can guarantee you that.
I'm pleased to have Aziz Ansari back on this program. Joining me now, the two stars of the film, Salma Hayek and John Lithgow. Oliver Stone, welcome.
Sunday brunch with Charlie Rose.
To know you is to know you like the battle of ideas.
Starting at 7 a.m. Eastern on Bloomberg Radio, the Bloomberg Radio Plus app, and BloombergRadio.com.
Things a financial advisor would never say.
I wish my mom had named me Rep D94J.
Of course my BD's bottom line trumps my needs.
I like it when they make up answers on the spot.
Don't settle for a broker-dealer that does business this way. Commonwealth Financial Network invites you to change the conversation. As the nation's largest privately held independent broker-dealer RIA, we've built a reputation for staying true to our founding vision. Accountability to you and your clients alone. With no parent company, earnings reports, or shareholders, our only business is yours. Talk with a firm that's committed to getting to know you and understanding your needs and the needs of your clients. A firm that always puts you first. So you can be exactly the kind of independent advisor you want to be. Call Commonwealth Financial Network at 866-462-3638, 866-462-3638, or visit commonwealth.com. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
From the financial capital of the world at BloombergRadio.com and on the Radio Plus mobile app, this is Bloomberg Radio. Now, a global news update.
Plugging leaks, Pharma Bro takedown. I'm Barbara Cusack. Attorney General Jeff Sessions said the investigation of leaks has tripled under the Trump administration in the Justice Department. He also issued this warning.
The department will not hesitate to bring lawful and appropriate criminal charges against those who would abuse the public trust.
After deliberating 5 days, a Brooklyn jury found former pharmaceutical CEO Martin Shkreli guilty on federal charges. He deceived investors in a pair of failed hedge funds. The 34-year-old spoke with reporters following his conviction on 3 of 8 counts.
We're, I think, delighted in many ways with this verdict. Count 7 was the government's attempt to theorize that robbed Peter to pay Paul, and the jury has spoken conclusively that Richtofen was not defrauded in this case.
U.S. employers added 209,000 jobs in July, but average hourly pay rose by just 2.5% from a year earlier. A Grand Canyon outing turned deadly for a Texas doctor.
38-year-old Sarah Beadle never showed up for a reservation at a campground earlier this week. Her husband has posted on Facebook saying she was hiking with 2 kids. One of the kids had heat exhaustion, so she left the kids in a safe spot to get help. He says Beadle may have taken a wrong turn. Search crews have now found her body. They suspect she died from heat exhaustion. Alan Skaya, Fort Worth.
Evacuations were ordered in Mayer, Arizona due to flooding because of heavy rainfall. A wildfire previously scorched that region, adding to flooding concerns. 2 North Carolina islands are working to tally losses after a week-long power outage at the height of tourism season. Hatteras and Ocracoke Islands reopened to tourists today after power was restored. Dow stayed above 22,000 to close out the week, up 67 points for the day. S&P 500 added 5 points and the Nasdaq was up by 11. I'm Barbara Cusack.
We don't just carry our boxes to their destination. We carry your business. We carry your growth, your love of your products, and your service. When you hand your product over to us, we know how important it is to you, so we make it just as important to us. It's as if your entire store is right there in our hands. That's why at the United States Postal Service, we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone else in the country. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Candidate in just one day. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
Used by businesses of all sizes, ZipRecruiter offers the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talk. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talk for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/talk.
An unlikely stowaway hitched a ride on the high seas from California to Honolulu.
Hawaii agriculture officials say a small live bat was found on a container ship that arrived in Honolulu Harbor from San Diego. The crew captured the bat and called state officials. Authorities from the Hawaii Department of Agriculture say even one small animal can introduce diseases to Hawaii that may pose threats to humans as well as other animals and native species. The bat measured about 3 inches long and was tested for rabies. Test results came back negative. I'm Marlis Majerus.
The unaired 4th episode of the new season of HBO's Game of Thrones leaked online through an HBO distribution partner, Star India. The company said in a statement that it takes the breach seriously and they're trying to figure out just what happened. The leak of the episode, titled The Spoils of War, was separate from a hack on HBO disclosed earlier in the week. I'm Barbara Cusack.
And I'm Charlie Pellet at Bloomberg World Headquarters. Another record for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It was the 9th straight record for the Dow and the 34th of the year. Stocks advanced after the jobs report topped estimates in July. Alan Kruger is an economics professor at Princeton. He's also a former chairman of the President's Council of Economic Advisors.
This is a no-drama report. It's pretty much on forecast. If you look at what's underneath, it's sort of what you would expect. Healthcare was strong, restaurants were strong, wage growth ticked up a little bit. That's probably because it was a little bit too low before. There's really no surprise here.
And Rick Reeder is Global Chief Investment Officer of Fixed Income at BlackRock.
I mean, what drives the equity market, I would argue to a large extent, is our rates are going to stay moderate. We think they're moving moderately higher, but we're going to be in a low-rate environment for a long time, so it propels where free cash flow is in the world, i.e. the equity market.
One of today's stock market standouts, Weight Watchers International. Its shares soared the most in 5 months after adding subscribers for another quarter, the latest sign that its Oprah Winfrey-fueled marketing and updated diet programs are resonating with customers. Mindy Grossman is Weight Watchers CEO.
So if you look at the current quarter, 12% revenue growth, 17% growth in paid weeks, and 20% in subscribers, up to 3.5 million. But what's important is we had growth in every geography around the world.
And Weight Watchers shares up 25%. Martin Shkreli's been convicted of defrauding investors in 2 hedge funds and in Retrofin, the pharmaceutical company he co-founded. Stocks higher, the Dow at a record up 0.3%, up 66 points. S&P up 4, up 0.2%. NASDAQ up 11, up 0.2%. Global news 24 hours a day, powered by more than 2,700 journalists and analysts in more than 120 countries. I'm Charlie Pellet. This is Bloomberg.
This is Bloomberg Business Week from Bloomberg Radio.
Hello, I'm Oliver Rinnick.
And I'm Carol Masser. Over the next 2 hours, we will go inside the magazine and bring you in-depth coverage of this week's issue of Bloomberg Business Week.
In this week's broadcast, Kraft Heinz has a serious hot dog problem.
They're in a tough industry. The packaged food business it's not great out there.
Plus, the quest for a male birth control pill.
Every few months, there seems to be a headline saying, new breakthrough in male birth control, and you don't see anything.
And in this week's cover story, a look at the 7 lines of code at the heart of the modern economy.
About half of Americans use it, probably without knowing, on any given day.
But first...
And you can reach me at the Hilton. Just call me at the Hilton, and we'll get down to your business right away.
Hilton has long been a household name in America, but its largest shareholder, the Chinese conglomerate HNA, is probably a name with which you're less familiar. In the past year, the company has gone on a $40 billion international buying spree, and now it's beginning to draw the ire of U.S. investment banks who've decided to stop financing